myself sick.
Hello, welcome to After TCGS, the show after the show about the show. I'm your moderator, Bryson Wallace, and that intro song, if you'd like to, provided by Gethhead Jared Sparks. Boy, I'm already having a hard time. That's from his band Don't. The song's called Ambiguous, and that's off their album Forget It. You can find more information at their Bandcamp, which is dontmi, dontmi.bandcamp.com. And if you like our logo, that's courtesy of Gethhead R.E. Clifton, who's a superbly talented Gethhead out there making stuff like this. I can't do that. He can. If you have any contributions you want to make to the show, fan art, music, suggestions, any sort of thing, feel free to hit me up in Gethheads. I'm Bryson Wallace, and would love to incorporate any ideas or stuff that people want to see on this show. Hopefully this is one big, happy community show put together for everybody. So I want to get right into my guest today, a fan favorite of the show. Please welcome Hot Dog Parrish to the show, sipping that LaCroix so sneakily.
Yes, I gotta finish it. I opened it a long time ago. I don't want it to go bad here, so I gotta finish the whole LaCroix. You know,
Is already
something we're always saying.
Is already
I have to finish the whole LaCroix. Yeah, I'm doing the lists. I'm working with a student super briefly, and just not drinking the LaCroix. How are you, Bryson?
I'm doing great. I'll say out the gate, and I don't mean to make excuses for myself. I'm a little jet lagged. Just got in late last night from being in Philly and Chicago over the weekend, but I'm glad to be here talking to you right now, my friend.
I'm glad to be talking to you too. Right?
Yeah, it looks
congratulations on traveling so much.
I'm so tired, Hot Dog. I can't even. but I enjoy doing the things that didn't cause me to travel. It was for work, so I'm here now. And this isn't what we're here to talk about. I love that people in the chat are already calling us out for us doing our own pre-production that they could clearly hear. So people already know that they might be able to win a Dum Dum shirt later on. So stick around, and you might have an opportunity to win a Dum Dum shirt with Hot Dog. Mary's asking, can Hot Dog start a thing called Hot Blog? Because I'd love to read that. Hot Dog, right out the gate. Would you consider starting a blog called Hot Blog?
What is Hot Blog? What would it entail? I wonder.
Okay, so we'll have people fill in what exactly they want to see out of a hot blog. Now, before we get too far ahead into things, we've got a lot of new people within the community. So for anybody that's not already familiar, what's your role on the show, and how did you become a part of TCGS?
My role on the show this season is audience director. So anyone coming to the show as a guest who's like signing up online, or anybody who just wants to come to the show that's like a friend of the cast or crew. Basically, it's anybody that's not like a high-level producer or the celebrity guest. I sort of figure out getting them into the show, and if they need it, getting them situated with the show. Really. Yeah. I got involved with Gethard's show in 2011, like July or August, at the very beginning of the public access time, because I was in college with JD Amato, and he'd sort of pitched the idea to us, especially me in particular, me and Rob Malone, who were in school together. Yeah. As just a fun public access a la Wayne's World sort of show that we had no idea about, and I did not know Chris at the time. And then we got involved then, and here we are today.
Nice. Nice. And where did the name Hot Dog come from?
The name Hot Dog came from when we were doing some preparatory emails for the Bonnaroo road trip in 2012. I signed an email with a hot dog, like Jimmy Stewart would say in It's a Wonderful Life or something. Yeah. And something like that. And then Gethard was really sort of trying to cobble together nicknames for people who did not have one. And he really fought pretty hard for Hot Dog, and that has still stuck to this day.
To this day.
So
to this day.
That is where that came from. Yes.
So where you're coordinating people coming to the show via the audience, we've got a lot of episodes. I mean, this is obviously a unique show in that you've got a lot of moving parts, and you've got an audience that's sitting all sorts of different places. We're not exactly funneling people into a theater here. And you have unique challenges, I would assume, in the realm of like the mating game episode. Did that change up your usual, approach to an episode, or what was behind something like that sort of episode?
You're gonna love me, crash and burn this answer. That was the one week I was not there at all. Although I can tell you what the process for that was super briefly. Is people signed up for it. We had people from OkCupid as well as other people in the office, including sort of like my proxy, sort of helping to vet and like sort of figure out it's like a good number of the various people. And then I heard it was quite a to-do on the day of, and I really am deeply bummed I missed it, but I cannot take credit or take the blame for any good or negative things that happened that day. Although I've heard they were mostly good, but I was just not there, and I really wish I would have been there. I think it would have been great, but
yeah,
I was not there. So
yeah, I mean, how many other shows are going to throw in the wrench of it's not just a studio audience, but specifically we've got an audience of, say, all singles, or in the Fusion days, just all dogs.
Sure. I did not have to book every dog for the first seasons. That was helpful. I would say this past one, even if I had been there, I think I am right now, as you can see, I am not full time in the office this season.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the job on the dating episode was just talking to people on the phone and feeling them out and talking to them about things, how interested they would be in all of that. And I don't even know how much of that I would have been able to participate in had I been full time, or not had I been here, because I'm not full time right now. And I don't know. This does not feel very exciting. I feel like you asked this question about the dating episode, and I really just tank it.
Don't you worry about it. Listen, this is all interesting. Maybe. Listen, take a sip of that LaCroix. That's the way that we get out of that one.
That's the way we change subject. Yeah. Anyway, just to give a shout out where a shout out is due.
Yeah.
Orlando, formerly Random Orlando of the show, is actually, you were talking about placement in the audience.
Yeah.
Orlando is the chief consultant, or the person in charge of actually putting the butts in the seats or on the floor in the general area, to just sort of get the placement of everybody, because at that point I'm still downstairs. But that is a tough job in and of itself on the day of, and he does a great job with it. So that is Orlando's doing.
Good work, Orlando. We do. I don't know if anybody's calling me out already. I'll look at the chat. We if you shout out somebody, we've continued the tradition of you got to shout somebody down. So who are you going to shout down?
I shout somebody down.
Yeah.
Shout somebody down. Someone who remained nameless wrote me today about the show and said that they've been applying for weeks to get on the show, and I had not let them in, and they had applied 1 week, and it was last week, and they're trying to trip me up and trick me here, and that makes it hard to do my job, because I'm a naturally nice guy. I'm inclined to get people what they want, and if you tell me I'm doing you wrong, I'm going to look back through all the spreadsheets and realize that you're not there at all, and just waste a lot of my time. But
yeah, and I'll say this to whoever this shall remain nameless person is.
Right. Nothing personal. That was a weird way to get my attention, and they got it, and I checked. They were wrong.
Well, they did get it. I'll say this. I was holding off even reaching out to you because I thought, my date is too far out in the future. And I know that Banana Man told me, like, absolutely not. Just reach out to him and he'll get back to you when he does. But, like, let him know sooner rather than later, because there's nothing you can do last minute if you're in a pinch,
Right.
I don't mean to speak for you, but that's what I was told.
No, if it gets down, I don't know. I feel like there have been several times where I wish that I knew that people were coming from out of town or from far away. I would love to. And usually they ended up getting accommodated. There was one girl from last week. I'll shout out Amy. Amy came from San Francisco, and I wrote her 3 times on email, and she never wrote me back. Hope she does not think that I'm a bad guy. I just think that they're probably in her junk folder in her email. So, yeah. But I do try to accommodate as much as possible people coming from far away. They have one shot to see the show.
Yeah. Adam is asking along the same line, is there any trick to getting into the live shows? Is there anything that you would like to put out there in the world if somebody's looking to go to the show? Best way to either reach you, or when they should, or anything like that?
The best way, you have to apply during when the window is open. So I guess it goes jeez, I should know this. I believe it's from like they open Wednesdays. I mean, there's only a few episodes left at this point. Yeah. The Wednesday before the show, closing on noon on Monday, before like so noon Monday today.
Yeah.
So again, the way to get people to come to the show, I really try to do it based on my own proprietary blend of herbs and spices of people who are really only have one chance to come to the show. So I think that there is like a group of New York people that I tend to, I don't know. I think with people from New York, there are some people, especially from longer ago, where I realize that who have been fans for a long time, that I can sort of rely that they will be there for the show if there's like a last minute cancellation or something like that. But it's really a mix of, where you're coming from, how long you're in town for, how often you've actually tried to come to the show and not been able to make it into the show. And I think just like, I don't think there's one necessary thing that it's not like, I'm not like, a casting service or something where I'm really looking for something to look a certain way. It's really just trying to give everybody a shot. I do think, honestly, if you constantly apply every week, regardless of what happens, I really do try to pay attention to that. And at least this is so boring. I really try to flag everybody that has applied multiple times so that if you're getting shut down, like say 2, 3 or 4 times in a row, I usually try to reach out to those people and say, hey, I'm aware that I'm doing this. Let me accommodate you in some way. But I think it's really just putting in the reps is the best way that I can keep track of everybody. If you're in the area and you're able to come when more frequently than someone else might be able to.
So
Great answer.
Look out for the ticket call that goes out. Use the forum and definitely indicate if you're coming from out of town, because the forum has that option, I believe, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah. Or that's the additional information thing. I really want to. If someone's coming, someone came from Alabama last week. Shout out to Alan. Someone came from Alabama last week. They claimed just to see the show. So I have to. What kind of? This isn't Letterman or something. I can absolutely accommodate somebody with that kind of request. Please let me know if that's the case. I hate
to hold it to you, but you just shouted out another person. You're going to have to shout down again.
Oh, man. Shout down another person.
It can be outside of the realm of the show or anything with work.
I wish I remember which episode this was from. The other problem with the public access is being there for a lot of them. They all tend to blend together until we start talking about them specifically, and then I can sort of recall details. Shout down another person. Jeez. Definitely reading some stuff about gun control today, and people who are not against, or who are just sort of like, well, what difference could it possibly make? People are going to get guns anyway. Shout down all those people. Just sort of having shout down a lot of people
for
just
people
sort of
in your Facebook newsfeed, like just seeing comments.
My dad has one good friend who is very, very against the president, and he just brings people out of the woodwork because he really keeps at it, like hammering the wood pile, and these people slowly come out with just this attitude of sort of like, well, I don't know, we just can't do anything about it. The attitude to me is sort of like, well, we can't do anything about it, but whatever, right? And it's just sort of totally mind-boggling. But this is not a political thing. But I had to think of someone to shout down, so that's several people.
Mary is suggesting just shout down the president, but yeah, we got you covered. You shouted down. I don't have to put you through any more pain whatsoever. Let's see. People were talking.
Oh, you know what? Not a shout out, but just it was great that Mary could attend the episode that she did. It was wonderful meeting Mary, having asked 2 questions already.
Yeah,
and don't shout down anybody now.
Mary is saying that everybody was rad and accommodating when she and a friend of hers came out for the show that they did. So definitely indicate if you're coming out of town. Let's make it happen. Like you said, there's only so few episodes remaining. We got 3 episodes left, or what is it?
After this week, there are 2 episodes left.
Yeah, so we're wrapping up. I was even plotting out to do more after TCGS's, and it was like there's not a whole lot remaining. So,
right.
But yeah, Mary is saying you pronounced her name correctly, so shout out there.
Kekik is how it's pronounced.
Kekik? Yes. Oh, that's good for me to even know.
Yes.
So can we expect any of a return for Hot Dog Problem Solver? What can we do? What can you tell us there?
Oh boy. Um, I feel as though I have one good one left in mind. The problem is I do not live the place where that was filmed. I would love to just talk about this for the rest of the time. The place where that was filmed was my old apartment where I lived for 4 years, and now I do not live there anymore.
Yeah.
And the one with Connor and Cool Dolphin, I still have a couple good friends who are there, and so I said, "Hey, can I come back just to shoot?" Because they all have to take place in this sort of poorly lit kitchen, living room, brick wall area. I have one more good one up my sleeve because several people who remain unnamed have asked me that said, "Can I be in one of these episodes?" And I've said, "Yeah, I would be honored to, but I just need to like hammer out the time." And yeah, I would love to do another one. I also just feel as though I don't know how many people they reach as much as they used to.
Yeah.
I would love to because we can't associate them with the show anymore because of the network stuff. I don't think any network is going to want to touch these silly ass videos in conjunction with like being officially affiliated with the show.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how many people get to them. If there was a big call for them, I would love to do more of them. I would love to have a supercut of all 5 of them, which would be probably like an unwieldy 23 minutes or so.
So somebody start some form of deliberate and bullying hashtag to really just convince you that we are in high demand for another Hot Dog Problem Solver.
The biggest problem I have is that what is the biggest problem I have? I don't know what it is anymore. I feel as though I like doing them. They've just come they've gone so far afield of any true self-help, you know, and any sort of question that you would ask Dear Abby or like the ethics column in like the New York Times. It's like they just have gone so beyond that, and I'm glad that if people do, I'm glad that people are still enjoying them and watching them. But
speaking of, you talked about it had to be at it's at that one location of that apartment that you used to have. Can we address the elephant in the literal room of what is this room you're currently in with the like?
What is the room in?
What is this? What is this like antique lantern behind you? And then there's a bear on the bed. Where are we?
This is right now. My schedule, full disclosure, is that I live half the week in Pennsylvania because I'm taking over my dad's business in Delaware. And then I live the other half of the week in Greenpoint, where my apartment is. And this is the guest bedroom of my parents' house in Pennsylvania is where this is. Classic. So, yeah, this is just a real, there are elements.
That bed looks like it has a tube sock on it, like a large tube sock. The other one in the corner.
Oh, this one. Yeah, this is the fainting couch, I guess, where people would faint when they something spooky happened to them.
Oh, a chaise lounge.
Or a chaise lounge, yes. And that is a blanket over it, but it could as well be a tube sock for a giant person. But that is where I am right now.
Gotcha.
So I will be back Wednesday night. I will be back in the city, and
Patricia in the chat is saying very much a Pennsylvania parent home. That's the feedback that we're getting.
Yes, this is a very this room. I'm constantly giving my parents shit because I feel as though no one sits in these chairs that are in this room or sits on or faints on the couch. I don't. Too many chairs, I think.
Now, while we continue to talk here, I do want to open up the phone lines because we would love to play our the world's most famous parlor trick or parlor game rather. So I'm going to open up the phone line, and if you're watching, give us a call, and you could go home with a Dum Dum shirt. I got a spare one right here from James Bradford, complete with his signature.
A beautiful shirt.
A beautiful, beautiful shirt. I got an extra one for you. If you call us up right now, 240-BIG-PAN-6 is the number to call. I'm only going to accept phone call players. I'll play along with you, and we can try to figure out what's in Hot Dog's mouth if you do. So please, do give us a call while we wait for some phone calls.
Yes.
Hot Dog, I did want to ask you, we had this past week, we had some shirts of your own go up for auction. We had we had. Oh, we're already getting a phone call. Okay, we'll pause that. We'll pause that for a second because we're getting a call.
Yes.
Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Adam. I'm calling from New York.
Adam calling from New York. Now, Adam, give me one quick second. Hot Dog, I meant to tell you this beforehand. The way that the phone calls work on this show, and I hate to say that this is the case, you and Adam are not going to be able to hear each other, but I'm going to be this intermediary. So
you're like at like the Q&A for a foreign film with the director. You're like the translator.
Translator, absolutely. So Adam from New York, you're calling in. Adam, would you like to win a Dum Dum shirt by playing What's in Hot Dog's Mouth?
I would like to win a Dum
What if
Dum
he
shirt.
said no?
Perfect.
I don't.
Hot Dog, he would love to. So Hot Dog, maybe off camera, let's have you place an item in your mouth.
Okay.
Now, Adam,
it's there.
It's there. Adam, I believe we can ask any yes or no questions. I'm going to work with you here, Adam.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get this down to as close as we want. Do we want to put any limitations on this, Hot Dog, as far as number of questions? Any other rules I'm forgetting?
And he gets to ask all these questions. Wow, this is
He and I will trade off, but we're playing for him.
Okay, let's do 10. Jeez, is 20 questions too many?
Let's do.
How boring can we get here?
let's do 10, and then if we don't like it, we'll do for 20. We're all here with this goal of getting Adam a T-shirt, so let's go for 10. All right,
20 should do the
10.
All right,
yes.
Adam, we'll start with 10. We may do to 20 because we're all just amongst friends here. So, Adam, do you have a yes or no question to start us off?
Wait, is there something in his mouth right now?
There's something in his mouth right now, if you can believe it. I can't believe it because he's still talking to us, but there is something currently in his mouth.
It's not a big object. It's not the liner notes to the Good Summer Kanye West label compilation that I had the one time, which was a huge object.
Okay, Hot Dog, we got one question already. Does it contain any metal?
Yes.
Yes, it does contain metal, Adam. I'm thinking, Hot Dog, is this an office supply?
No.
No, it is not an office supply. Adam, do you have another question?
It is an office supply?
It is not an office supply. That was my question.
Oh, does it bend?
Does it bend, Hot Dog?
Not really, no.
Not really, no. It doesn't bend.
That's a no.
We already know it's small without even asking. I was thinking paperclip, but now we know it's not that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Adam, you got anything else?
Is it longer or shorter than an inch? Is it longer than an inch?
Is it longer than an inch, Hot Dog?
Adam, you got anything else? Is it longer?
It's close, but I don't I don't think so.
Are you looking for a ruler? What was that look away?
I was looking for anything in the room. A ruler, a measuring tape, or anything like that. Yes.
So no, it's not longer than an inch was the answer?
No, I would say no.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Would you find it in an office?
I already asked if it was an office supply, Adam, so that question was a no. But
that was a no?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. I'll tell you. Measured in a particular way, it is 3/4 of an inch.
I'm trying to think of like small objects that could fit in someone's mouth,
which is cheating because it's a yes or no.
Adam, we Hot Dog did reveal that measured in a certain way, it is 3/4 of an inch.
The only real way you could measure this thing, I think.
The only real way that you could measure this thing, it would be 3/4 of an inch. Now, Adam, I don't know what to do with that information. I feel like we learned a lot, but I also feel like I know nothing.
Here's a hint. I'll give you a hint. There's two ways you can measure this, and I think the more logical way to measure this, it is 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
That gives you a hint about
to do with
to me
food?
how I would describe
like food preparation.
Adam,
or
what was
is
the
it
question?
Food something.
Adam,
can he not hear this, or maybe he can hear this?
He's hearing it on like a 7-second delay from you. But Adam, what was that last question you had?
Is it like related to food or food preparation?
Is it related to food or food preparation, Hot Dog?
No.
No. Adam, he was mentioning that there are two potential ways to measure this. The one way that I believe he said made the most sense would be 3/4 of an inch. He also seems to be looking up this information on his computer from the body language I'm picking up. So I'm trying to think. It would have been something around the house. Hot dog, is it anything? That somebody would put on their person as like a clothing item?
Not really, no.
Not really, no.
No.
I would have been happy.
No,
okay.
don't.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
I am completely stumped. Let's see. Hot dog, is it I was gonna ask an either or, but I'll reword this to a yes or no. Is it ornate in any way? My either or was like, is it either utilitarian or is it ornate? I'm going weird with this questioning. He's currently pulling it out of his mouth to investigate.
One part of it is a little ornate, yes.
One part of it is
a little bit.
One part of it is a little ornate, Adam.
Yes, if you had drawn this yourself, you would say, "Wow, that was tough to draw."
If Adam, we got a new piece of information.
So difficult.
Adam, we got a new piece of information, which is if you were to draw this yourself, you would say, "Oh, that was pretty ornate to draw."
This is the most difficult game of 20 questions I've ever played. How many questions are we up to?
By my count, we've done 7 questions. We could be off.
Sure.
Anybody?
No.
Mary in the chat is offering something.
I should look at the chat.
Hot dog. Is it currency of some sort?
Yes, it is.
It is currency. Adam.
Yes.
I'm gonna throttle back Adam because I feel as though you should knock this out of the park.
Okay, yeah, I feel like it's got to be a coin. Which coin is 3/4 of an inch? A quarter?
Do you want?
Is it a quarter?
Is it a quarter? Is the next question? Hot dog.
It is not a quarter.
It is not a quarter. That takes us up to 9 questions. Adam.
The suspense.
I'm leaving it at 10 because I feel like we're there. And Adam, you got one final question. And at this
point, is my final. So I have to guess what it is on this question, or I have a question and then I guess.
Hot dog, how does this go? Is his final question got to be, is it this thing, and then he wins, or does he get a 10th question and then a guess?
He can do that.
Okay.
He can have a 10th question and a guess.
Adam, you can have a 10th question and a guess.
Okay, is it American currency?
Is it American currency, Hot dog?
Yes.
Yes, it is American currency. So now we're going to need your formal guess, Adam. On the line is the official TCGS Dum Dum t-shirt signed by James Bradford, the Dum Dum himself.
Wow.
Think about which ones. I mean, get them out. Think about which ones are 3/4 of an inch.
Adam, Hot dog is suggesting looking at
$half, but I got to go nickel. Is it a nickel?
Just, things we always think about.
His official guess is it a nickel, Hot dog? Please reveal.
It is not a nickel.
Okay, should we hold it in our mouth and take another call? Because unfortunately, Adam, it's not a nickel. It's not a nickel. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I did so much work.
All right, this is a layup here. Someone's gonna get it now.
All right, Adam, I'm so sorry. You didn't go home with the Dum Dum shirt, but I appreciate you playing. Do you have any questions for Hot Dog while you're on the phone?
No, Hot Dog, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good work.
He went the whole distance here, although Mary went a lot of the distance, really.
What was that, Adam?
I said, Hot Dog, keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing good work. Hope to see you at the show soon.
All right, Hot Dog, he says, keep doing what you're doing. He loves the work that you do on the show, and he hopes to see you soon.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Adam, thank you so much for the call. Okay, there we go. Hot Dog, we were on the cusp. In 10 questions, we were on the cusp. And I think we got a little disjointed there because you had a good point. Take out your coins. Look at we had measurements. So if anybody else wants to give us a call us up 240-BIG-PAN6. We can try to see if we can guess this last item. We should be able to get in a couple of questions if anybody wants to give us a call quickly. Otherwise, we'll just reveal it and then have a pitiful ending to this thing, and I'll accept that all the same. Mary's saying it's got to be a dime. Mary, I'm not accepting any guesses until you give us a call. So give us a call, 240-BIG-PAN6. Hot Dog, while we're waiting for a
Yes.
call, I'll get to the thing that we were talking about right before we got the last call, which is you put up some shirts of your own up for auction on Geth Heads.
Yes.
We had I'm showing the pictures right now. We had the human fish shirt and the Murph shirt, and we're getting another call already. Let's take this.
What could the question be?
Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from? We're getting another call already. Hello?
Hello?
Are you there? What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Patricia.
Patricia.
I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Patricia calling from Brooklyn. Thank you so much for the call. We have set this up on the tee for you. You just need to knock it right out of the park. So Patricia,
do I only have one guess?
I'll give you 10 questions, but really we're all going to be disappointed if you don't get this.
I'm going to start with penny.
Is it a penny hot dog?
It is a penny,
It's a penny. Penny, Patricia, congratulations. You're going home with the official TCGS Dum Dum t-shirt. I'm so glad that you pulled it off and it wasn't just like Patricia getting 10 questions to just belabor the point.
Wonderful.
Sorry, Adam. You were so close.
Yeah, I should have just
Congratulations
guessed
to Patricia
more.
on that, on the penny.
Patricia, congratulations. Do you have any questions for Hot Dog while we've got you on the line?
Oh, no, same thing. Hope to see you soon, Hot Dog.
Patricia
I
says
talked to Patricia.
Yeah, she says she hopes to see you soon, Hot Dog. So, Patricia, congratulations. I'll reach out to you separately to get you the T-shirt. But congratulations. Have a great
Actually,
rest of
wait.
Yeah. What?
One more question.
Yeah.
What flavor is Hot Dog's LaCroix?
Hot Dog. Burning question in the chat. Patricia just mentioned, what is the flavor of your LaCroix?
It is grapefruit, or as they say on here, pamplemousse, which is ridiculous.
It's grapefruit, otherwise known as pamplemousse. Why is it called that?
Pamplemousse.
Okay.
Because I believe that's grapefruit in French.
Oh, it's grapefruit in French. All right. Patricia,
kind of
thank you so much
classic
for the call.
flavor.
Patricia, have a great rest of your night. All right. Well, Hot Dog, there we have it. We at least gave somebody a T-shirt, which is all I could ever hope for. But
the other object is much better, but that would take that would take a minute, so I don't want to do another one.
I think the penny worked out to like the perfect amount that we needed to. I'm glad we had that heartbreaking Adam moment. That's the ups and downs that we could hope for. But the two T-shirts that you put up for auction to end on, you had the human fish shirt, you had the Reservoir Dog Murph shirt. Ultimately, how much did these go for? And you were raising money for, I believe it was Planned Parenthood, correct?
The first one went to the first bidder sent the money to Planned Parenthood, and the second one sent it to, I believe, the ACLU. I can check. Yeah, I believe it was the ACLU. It was $85 for both of the shirts,
nice,
which was way more than I expected. That's great.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed just like observing that from afar while I was traveling, of people actively giving you a hard time with their bets too, of not going to complete round change. But
no, I mean, as long as I just would have been bummed if somebody had it and then someone tried to do it by like a nickel. That would have been a bummer. Yes, it was the ACLU.
ACLU.
And to Planned Parenthood. So yeah,
all right.
That's better than them sitting in my drawer. Yeah. And not wearing them, because they're not the right size, but for me. But
the only other question we've got from the chat is they want to know what the other object was. Hot Dog, did we cover that?
No, it was this pawn from a chess set that I got the Smithsonian when I was younger.
Oh boy, yeah, we would have never gotten there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Especially shape-wise, that would have ensued a whole round of confusing questions.
Agony. Yes.
Hot Dog, I think I'm going to wrap this bad boy up, but it's been a pleasure talking to you, and I'm so grateful that you not only came on, but subjected yourself to what's in Hot Dog's mouth. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the community before we go out?
No, it's that I hope to someday be able to meet all of you if I haven't met each of you in person, and that it was, excuse me, Jesus, LaCroix. I know, it was great talking to you. It was great being here for this. This is awesome. This is great.
Awesome.
So.
Well, thank you, Hot Dog, and I myself will try to seek you out when I'm up there for later this month. So hopefully,
well, you will. I'll see you for sure. It's not a try. You will just ultimately see me.
I don't.
Whether you want
I'm not gonna dictate your schedule. We'll see each other.
But you'll be at the show, though. I'll see you
be
at the show.
I'll see you at the show. So, but Hot Dog, it was a pleasure talking to you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds great. All right.
See ya.
Good night, Bryce, and good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, there you go. Hot Dog himself. That was good fun playing what's in Hot Dog's mouth. Congratulations to Patricia. You're going home with the official TCGS Dum Dum t-shirt. And so sorry, Adam, but your heartbreak made for just good streaming content. Thank you to all you guys for watching and for participating and calling and having all sorts of good fun. We only got a couple more episodes of this month, the very last month of the Chris Gethard show for this season on True TV. So keep a lookout for other after TCGSs. We'll try to do a couple more of these before we're out of this season. And yeah, if you have any other suggestions for the show, please feel free to reach out to me and let me know if you want to see anything on here. And I don't know what else. I'm rambling at this point. I'm very jet lagged, but I very much so appreciate being here with all you and with Hot Dog. I'll just start the music already. You guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.
Eloise says, Persephone, please.